This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister at Imperium Chambers. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button for any new videos. And if you have any immigration problems, please do not hesitate to contact me and I'll do my best to help you. Today, some more good news. This relates to the graduate route. It's now open, which is further good news and a relaxation of the immigration rules in my view. Finally, in the light of the recent videos and covering the changes to the immigration rules that actually make it easier for people to come and study in the United Kingdom, the Home Office has finally got round to publishing its guidance on the new graduate route. This is excellent news, as it allows students who have graduated to live and work in the United Kingdom for 2 years after their studies. This is in essence bringing back the post-study work visa or the IGS before that, but it's even more flexible. If you're interested in this route and you're a student and you're about to graduate, then please get in touch with me, as I consider this one of the best pieces of news to come out of the Home Office for a long time, and a major relaxation on the strictures put on students. Right, back to the law and what is required from you and who qualifies. The Home Office have published, if you really want to read it, yet another appendix to the immigration rules for graduates. This time they've called it the Appendix Graduate, perhaps not unsurprisingly, and it sets out what the different options are. It's it's designed for international students who have done a degree or higher educational course in the UK. It allows them to work in the UK after their degree at any skill level or salary for 2 years, or 3 years if you've done a PhD. Unlike other types of worker visa, there is no requirement to have a sponsor, and you're allowed to bring dependents to the UK with you. And it only costs a modest, for the Home Office, £700 plus the IHS surcharge. So you can bring your dependents and you don't have to have a sponsor. These are major changes in my view. Unfortunately, you cannot extend a graduate visa. You can only have one once. You have to be in the UK when you apply, and you cannot leave the common travel area while your application is pending. Otherwise your application will be deemed withdrawn. It's important to note that the graduate visa does not lead to settlement. However, you can switch over to another type of visa, such as skilled worker, global talent or innovator, without having to leave the United Kingdom, which are routes to settlement. This is important, as if you get a job and you want to stay in the United Kingdom and you get offered a different route, then you can switch into a category which will lead to settlement, and also any period of lawful residence in the United Kingdom will count towards ILR under the 10-year lawful residence rule, paragraph 276b. So what are the criteria, guidance and rules? Helpfully, the appendix splits them down. The first one is validation, and I'll go into them in more detail, suitability, eligibility, something called successful completion, qualification, study in the United Kingdom. Now, what I propose to do in brief is go through what they actually mean to see whether you qualify. First of all, I'm going to be looking at the issue of validation. This is not the most complicated of criteria. It means you have to use the correct form, attend your biometrics, pay the fees, and comply with other technical requirements. You also have to have previously been a student to qualify for the graduate route. Suitability. Now, this is something that's troubled a lot of students or people in the past with regards to the ETS scandals and various other problems. However, this goes to in this case, it goes to the general grounds for refusal, i.e. if you have a criminal conviction or you have lied to the Home Office previously. So people that have not cleared their name, as it were, would fall for refusal under the general grounds. The third category is that of eligibility. This is a requirement to have graduated from a UK higher education course. Applicants need to have a score of 70 points for successful course completion. The only way to score these points is to have successfully completed a qualification in the UK. If you're unsure as to what this actually means or whether you qualify, then get in touch with me and I can clarify the matter for you. Now, the next category, the fourth one, is successful completion. This is a technical term defined in the immigration rules, but essentially it means you've actually done the course properly. Again, if you are confused, then drop me a line and we can discuss whether you qualify under that. Now the next is qualification, which seems pretty obvious considering we're looking at graduates. What's really important is you do not have to have been awarded your degree, just completed it. It then lists the types of qualification that count on top of a normal degree. These include things such as a legal conversion course, or the bar course, foundation program in medicine, PGCE for teachers, or PGDE, etc. This is in some respects an important change, as previously people had completed their degrees, had their transcripts, but had not been awarded their certificates, and they fell for refusal under the old PSW scheme. Something that I found was particularly harsh on students, as they do not really have any control over when the university, if it's a university for example, will actually issue them with their certificate. So this is a welcome change and a welcome relaxation. 6. Study in the UK. And this is defines what type of student can really qualify. You have to have been physically present in the UK for at least 12 months if your course was over a year long. If it was less than a year long, you need to have been in the UK for all of it. There are exemptions to this related to COVID-19 and participation in a study abroad programme. So there is some room for manoeuvre. Again, if you're unsure about any of this, do get in touch with me. So that's a summary of the graduate route and the graduate appendix, which has finally been published. It seems to me, as I say, that this is the best piece of news to come out of the Home Office for a considerable period of time, and could affect a great deal of people, a great deal of migrants, a great deal of students who will be graduating now or in the near future. So if you think you qualify, or you're interested in this route, or you're unsure about your immigration status generally, get in touch with me and I'll do my best to help. Thank you again for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and again please do stay safe during this pandemic, even though hopefully it's coming to an end. Thank you again. This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister at Imperium Chambers.